Now that was exciting! After this thrilling mind-bike chase through the trash mines of Deponia, we've now reached the lower Ascension station and are inside the candy shop of the abandoned railroad depot. Rufus laid go down in a bed of roses and...
They were Brussels sprouts. Yes, Brussels sprouts.
Yes, Brussels sprouts.
They stuck, and I stank for weeks.
Whatever. Brussels sprouts, roses. A rose is sometimes a Brussels sprout. However, we are heading towards the game's exciting showdown, slowly but surely. Speaking of which, I always like to point out how interesting this Art Nouveau station is. We tried our best to let the old Elysian wells shine through these ruins by showing hints of early Elysian architecture, and also Elysians have an exquisite taste for high society candy, like candy cotton with calzone flavor or
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts, of course, why not? Or skewered anchovies. There was a huge variety of delicacies, and after all, Brussels sprouts are not so bad. Healthy, if anything. It's a good thing if a man gives Brussels sprouts to a woman, and let's move on.
Fished with dynamite and sun-dried. One fish of the day, please. Ugh, I should have said which day. Yummy! Skewered anchovies. They had those when I was a kid, too. Wow, exactly those. Fished with dynamite and sun-dried. I've laid her down on a bed of roses. Well, rose hips to be precise. Oh yeah, the gentle touch of nature's itching powder. We've been through a lot, haven't we? I bet your fiancé isn't half the daredevil I am. Huh. Oh yeah. I've been here before, as a kid, with my dad. I followed him here. When he noticed me, he was so happy that he bought me some cotton candy. Then he said I should wait for him while he was looking for the cable boat to Elysium. I never saw him again. One serving of cotton candy, please. I suppose the machine has no ears and no eyes. Otherwise, it'd be able to see who it's dealing with. The switches change the lights. There are 3 on this side and 1 on the other. Whoopsie-daisy. Aha! 1 off, 2 on. I'm getting there. This seems to be in the wrong place. It isn't even level with the wall. Hey, there's something behind it. What the? A plug! Oh, man. Not really. You crazy? It can't be that easy. Oh, this selects the flavor of the cotton candy. It's set to neutral at the moment. Now it's set to calzone. 1 serving of cotton candy, please. I suppose the machine has no ears and no eyes. Otherwise, it'd be able to see who it's dealing with. I think some kind of stick has to go in there. Machine, create a new flavor from this. I hate gadgets that only do what they were designed for. Now it's set to phosphor. Now it's set to neutral. These lamps must be of some significance. I just know. Three and 3. That's 6, isn't it? They're all prime numbers. These lamps must be of some significance. I just know. This doesn't say anything about flavors. There's a dancing cockroach depicted instead, with a hat and a cane. That's stupid. Chewing gum, and fast! What? I want chewing gum! Huh. Voice control seems to be broken. Must be empty. This doesn't say anything about flavors. There's a dancing cockroach depicted instead, with a hat and a cane. That's stupid.
Youth style, you know nothing about youth style. As a German poet with terrible American accent once sang, he did that after visiting Barcelona, which, by the way, is pronounced Barcelona by its denizens. Barcelona, not Barcelona, as you might think. After this short linguistic exercise, let's get back to the Jugendstil or Art Nouveau style of this place. I'm very fond of this kind of architecture. It has this sunken city flair. I mean, we're in a building that looks like a ruined bunker from the outside, and from the inside it's a gorgeous Jugendstil train station. That one's on me, this architectural mismatch. Your style.
That's the entrance to the candy shop. After Dad left me, I lived there for a week. Or was it an hour? Time passes so slowly when you're high on sugar. The mosaic depicts a group of trash crabs in a mating ritual with cocktails and colorful twisted straws. Or it doesn't. It's hard to make out any details without any light. There's a mount for the torch in the niche. There are mirrors around it to focus the light. That can only mean one thing, or nothing. 1 or 0.
Oh yes, this screen doesn't look that alive, but that's exactly the reason why I want to talk about it. It's a good example for my effort to introduce locations to players with as much variation as possible. First, I'll introduce a location, a screen, in a specific way. Then later you return and have to use and thus see it in a completely different manner again. It's a quite exciting change of perspective, and I can't talk about that as much as I would like right now, but you'll be surprised what you can do and where you can go here. Speaking of a change of perspective, I gotta do one of my own, and that's switching to a storytelling perspective rather than a cosmetic one. Right here, a seemingly arbitrary object reaction hints at a fact I'll be intensively playing with later on, and that's a double Rufus. Cause here's a small, well, you may call it Easter egg, when Rufus tries to throw something into that pond. Something very, very absurd will happen. So absurd I couldn't stop laughing while I wrote that. I hope you'll enjoy it as well.
Is this acid or water? Just water. Pretty deep and bright. Might be the nuclear reactor down there. Yeah, that would really be super cool. But as long as nobody's watching, it would be a total waste of effort. What a mess. Usually the horn is on the hood and not 2 cars down the road. I'll save my telekinetic powers for later. I'll save my telekinetic... How incredibly stupid. I'll save my telekinetic... I'll save my... A crane with a magnet. What do you know?
And now we're venturing deeper into the station, and the deeper we get, the less we can see. No, wait, in fact, the more we see, the people of Elysium, even before they became Elysians, left an architectural masterpiece, including these beautiful mosaics. Nobody knows when they were crafted, but they show scenes from the Exodus to Elysium. This, of course, doesn't seem to make any sense, but it's easy to imagine that all the glass blowers and, I don't know, Tiffany glass artist guys who've been left behind were pretty pissed, and so they left these artworks in the windows so their wrath about the outrageous Exodus to Elysium would outlast time itself. Thanks to these mosaics, we as a player have a small glimpse at the backstory of Deponia and Elysium after cleaning up, of course, and eliminating the windows and... oh, now I gave away the solution to the puzzle. Damn. Yeah, so after cleaning... Beep! Yeah. Of course, I had to come up with something since I didn't flesh out a backstory, but another important Deponia-related ritual must be Barbecue Thursday.
The mosaic depicts waving people and a farewell party with barbecued sausage and loads of white confetti.
No, that's just my blood circulation because I'm trying so hard.
I need more light. The only light back here. The only light back here. Only mud and dust. That's all I can make out. I believe there's a tool that was specifically designed to remove dirt. At least, I think Tony once mentioned something like that. I believe there's at least only mud, and that's all I can... That must be a piece of one of the mosaics. And, hey! Someone has scribbled something on it. Where's the rest of the message? That must be a piece of one of the mosaics. And, hey! Someone has scribbled something on it. Where's the rest of the message? A stone? Nah, I better skip any references to stone or derivatives. He who likes to throw stones should not go blow dough on a glass house.
Elevators are something you need in every single media product. No discussion, period. Because they are the one to-go metaphor for life's constant ups and downs. Elevators. Elevators. Yeah. I wanted an elevator scene in Deponia, and so I sketched a screen with an elevator in it. Elevator scenes are fundamentally superior to any other scenes, especially in movies. I love, for example, that elevator scene in Star Wars, the real one, the first Star Wars movie called Episode 4 nowadays, New Hope. There they are facing the wrong way while in the elevator, wondering why the door won't open while it opens behind them, something like that. Excellently done, and one of my favorite elevator scenes. Maybe the best one ever created is the one in Blues Brothers, when they go up in the elevator and outside this massive police force is gathering while they stand idle listening to that ridiculous elevator music. There are plenty more examples, Ghostbusters for example, too many to give them all credit now. The following though is most important. Ultimately the elevator scene I had in mind ended up in the third part of the trilogy and not here in the first. The elevator still stayed the same, and we have some fun here with elevators.
Time is on my side. Today, I am gonna leave Deponia. Huh. The clock stopped. Huh. The clock stopped. But that will not stop me. The input panel for the elevator code. We used to have one of those at our front door until I found out the password. R-U-F. That wasn't it. Maybe this? R-U. Nah, I've tried that. But what else could it be? I can't see whether it's full or not. Plus, I don't have a match to shed light on the bottom. Too bad. There must be some use for a mop. The soap is filthy. What are you gonna do now, you bloated piece of hygiene requisite? I see a potential hard hat with propeller propulsion, or a flower pot for fast-growing giant vines. The possibilities are limitless. Damn! Does anything work here at all? Huh. A group of trash crabs in a make with cocktail. Or it's hard to make. Foamy. I can't believe I'm doing this. I hope the historians will never learn about this bit. Crap, the mop broke. What an unfortunate occurrence. A piece of glass is missing. Well, will you believe that? The stone won't stick. What now? No, the chewing gum isn't sticky enough yet. It's too dry. Fresh chewing gum is no fun. You can't stick it anywhere. I have a projectile. All I need is a weapon to use it with. He who likes to throw stones should... This doesn't say anything about flavors. There's a dancing cockroach depicted instead, with a hat and a cane. That's stupid. I'll keep the rest for later. Much later. I need more light. Aha! This, at least, is where it's not going. The pieces are falling into place. Very slowly, they do. Never! This Isle of Destruction is my present to posterity. How else should historians be able to retrace my fabulous deeds? Yummy! Skewered anchovies. They had those when I was a kid too. Wow, exactly those. Any foodie knows anchovies get better the longer they're stored. All I wanted to have was the stick anyway. I've been here before, as a kid, with my dad. I followed him here. When he noticed me, he was so happy that he bought me some cotton candy. Then he said I should wait for him while he was looking for the cable boat to Elysium. I never saw him again. I've been here before, as a kid, with my dad. I followed him here. When he noticed me, he was so happy that he bought me some cotton candy. Then he said I should wait for him while he was looking for the cable boat to Elysium. I never saw him again. Now it's set to calzone. Now it's set to phosphor. Hey, my epic Gregorian choir is back. I thought I'd left that behind at the crane. The mosaic depicts the cable boat leaving Deponia, just like I will be doing soon. And hey! Someone has scribbled something on it. It must be the password for the elevator. At least, it's written right over the picture of the elevator clock, exactly where a piece of the mosaic is missing. Crap. Someone has scribbled something on it. It must be the password for the elevator. At least, it's written right over the picture of the elevator clock, exactly where a piece of the mosaic is missing. Now, we'll have to use some extraordinary dexterity. There are still more pieces. Well, no problem. I'll have that solved in no time.
know if I mentioned that, but I really dig minigames. I guess I don't represent the majority with that attitude, but there's a growing faction, or maybe one regress. The lines there are blurry, I reckon. Anyway, there is a faction of people who passionately hate minigames and wish those abominations would be purged from the screens altogether. And this one goes out to them. Bypassing the trenches of mortar fire, these factions, minigamers and anti-minigamers are at constant war, you see, to see who's got the better weaponry. Right, and this is friendly not towards these bitter enemies by letting them break the minigame as hard as they want to. I gave this concept a go for the first time in the Whispered World, as you can hear in the commentary over there. If you're German, or if you have the luck that we did a translation for that one. And I'll try that again, as you will hear in the commentary of Chaos on Deponia. But here I'll do it as well, crashing minigames. It's a trend. In the future, I hope everyone will at least break one minigame.
Huh? Why doesn't this fit? I guess I'll just have to press harder. Still not right. I'll get there. Go in! Go in! Damn thing! You're supposed to... Oops. Uh-oh. What about the elevator code now? Damn it. Huh. Now the shard is hopelessly destroyed, but the chewing gum still looks all right. Ugh. But it's no better than it was before. Why didn't I find the flashlight earlier? I could have made scary faces for gold during the mine bike ride. The system reboots. The code for the elevator has been reset. Here comes the new one. Something really cool. R-U-F-U-S. Oh yeah! Why didn't I find the flashlight earlier? I could have made scary faces for gold during the mine bike ride. The input panel for the elevator code. We used to have one of those at our front door until I found out the password. R-U-F-U. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? The password is Rufus. I've said it myself. Or have I gone crazy? Well, so far so good. Now I just have to wait. What's that sound? Organon cruiser? What are they doing here? Is this a trap? Is Kletus an ally of the Organon? Well, I guess I'll have to take a closer look to find out.
Finally, the top of the platform, all the way up the lower ascension station, a clearly magical setup with an enchanted atmosphere once more brilliantly executed by our artist, Mr. Benrad. But what strikes me most is that this is the first time when Rufus and Kletus meet face to face. And as far as I remember, making those two vastly different characters work together was a feat of its own. So tell me, Rufus, how was working with Kletus? In the story, the two of you are rivals, even courting the same woman. How was that kind of working experience for you?
Well, I want to use a metaphor here, even if I'm sure you won't get it, but the fans probably will. The Bible says, I am the Lord thy God, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Unfortunately, I'm not a Catholic.
Yeah, I guess we gotta work with that. Never mind. When the cameras were switched off, however, you and Kletus were still fighting your little fights behind the scenes, and in fact, you've got to admit, Rufus, you're getting in conflicts with other people quite often, huh? Which is beneficial, mostly, but this is by no means criticism.
Oh yeah, heaven forbid.
Your conflicts are more like conflicts with your environment in a way, a concept widely known, to artists at least, as the cussedness of things.
You know, what many people in front of the screen don't see is that there are natural laws. And personally, I think those laws are bullshit. Yeah, you could, go ahead and say bullshit. This is I can say whatever I like in these comments. And speaking of which, that day the light bulb prohibition kicked in and had to illuminate the whole set with these Chardassian eco bulbs, which have a luminosity of like 0.0004 lux per light. Do you have any idea how many bulbs we had to go through to brighten the set like that?
It was madness. All that work.
And listeners, fans out there, if I didn't have a spare battery, we couldn't have pulled that off. Tell them that.
And to add insult to injury, the elevator's lights went dead, and since the buttons weren't properly illuminated, we thought the elevator was out of order, since all the buttons' lights had to be changed as well.
Yeah, and we had to shoot all this at night.
And the stairs. All night long through the dark stairway, all the way down and up, the lower ascension station, up and down again.
Yeah, and you hadn't mentioned that yet. We had to do all this during the night, since the power blacked out on us earlier. That's what happens if all the people come home and turn their TVs on.
Yes, exactly. Actually, this was supposed to be a daylight scene.
Yeah, well, I don't think people want to hear that. Let's just move on. This ornament is different from the others. How very likable. This is certainly not the stuff heroes are made of. That much is clear. What a beauty! Strong, sturdy, and apart from a few bruises, in an overall excellent condition. Oh yes, reflections in windows are great. And why not? I see. The ascension codes. That's what the catch was. Nah, my coat has enough oil stains. I want to look cool when I parade into Elysium. Holy smoke, those are the same Organons that were threatening gold. Maybe they caught that Kletus guy. Yeah, I knew he'd be a wimp. So what am I gonna do now? I guess it's better to remain hidden. Maybe I can find out something useful.
And you're sure that this Rufus character is naive enough to bring your fiancé here?
Absolutely. He's a self-centered, greedy rat. The expectation to get to Elysium will lure him here. A greedy rat? Why, that lousy...
I really don't understand what you see in this woman, Kletus. As far as I'm concerned, she's simply an unpredictable risk for our joint venture.
Believe me, after everything she did, I'd prefer to leave her behind on Deponia too. But I need the ascension codes to return to Elysium.
And unfortunately, those codes are only stored in her brain implant.
No goal, no ascension codes. And without ascension codes, there's no joint venture.
I don't like it. Ulysses will have us both executed if he finds out that your companion is...
Shush. Here he comes.
At ease, bailiff. Report. There's still no trace of the Deponian Prime Controller, sir.
Then what are you waiting for? Carry on with your search. Even through this drone, the stench is unbearable. At last, it's time to put our plan into action.
Yes, as you wish, Prime Controller, sir. Let's get to work. The faster we're done here, the better.
I entirely agree. I'll have a look around the platform to see if this Rufus has already arrived. You'd better stay in the background. We can't risk that rat bailing out on us before we have the ascension codes. Wait a minute. That Kletus guy. He looks just like me. Maybe not as attractive as me, but how can that be? And I don't like what they were talking about. I didn't get everything they said, but they're certainly up to no good, and I can never allow gold to fall into the Organon's hands. First, I'm gonna have a word with this Kletus. Junk help him if he tries to deceive me. Deadly projectile weapon. Check. You're right. The password is Rufus. I've said it myself. Greasy hairdo, ugly cape, and stiff collar. What does Goal see in this wuss? Kletus, Rufus, finally, I face you. Wrong. It's me facing you. That's what you think. I was facing you at least 3 seconds earlier. Keep telling yourself that, buddy boy. Enough with the discourtesies. Where is Goal? She's safe. Well, that's just perfect. genius. No, you're the genius. We had a deal. You were supposed to bring gold to me, and then I'd have taken you to Elysium. No gold, no deal. So what now?
So, the deal is still on,
Only if you keep your side of the bargain.
and you, yours.
Ladies first.
Why should I trust you?
Why should I trust you?
I ask first. What's the agreement between you and the Organon?
Well, why shouldn't I just tell you? Deponia is going to be blown up.
What?
Oh, yes. I'd forgotten that I'm speaking to a Neanderthal. Deponia, boom.
Boom?
Yes, boom. The whole stinking pile of manure.
And Elysium knows this?
About the blast. Of course they do. We placed the order years ago. What do you think the Organons do all day? Delouse their mechanical beards?
What will happen to the Deponians?
Well, scientifically speaking, they'll be converted to energy. Theologically speaking, well, let's just say there won't be a star in the night sky for them.
Whoa, that's serious.
Well, to be honest, Deponia is believed to be uninhabited. After all, the surface was declared uninhabitable eons ago. Just when the controlled destruction was imminent, rumors started to appear. Supposedly, there were humans on Deponia, they said. That's why the elders appointed an inspector to get an assessment of the situation. And now, guess who this inspector is? I am, you troglodyte!
I see. Oh, one thing that I don't understand, besides the meaning of the word troglodyte, why didn't the Organon report that there are people on Deponia? They know we live here. After all, they've been terrorizing us for years. They impose customs duties, they block trading routes, and they steal babies in the northern quadrant, which might just be a rumor.
Ulysses had his reasons to keep Elysians in the dark.
But now you know the truth.
Yes, I know everything.
Okay, that means that Deponia won't be blown up, right?
No, wrong. Ulysses explained it to me, and we've come to an agreement. My report to the elders will state that the planet is indeed uninhabited. Deponia will be blown up after all. Do you have any problems with that? I mean, what's it to you? You'll be safe in Elysium when that happens, won't you? Well, you do want to get to Elysium, right?
Yeah, sure, but... Blow up Deponia? That seems a bit extreme. I mean, okay, it stinks. It's not really a looker. It's not really a place for someone like me. But I know a few people who are attached to this pile of junk, which might have something to do with the fact that they live here and all. I mean, I'll admit, they are all idiots who wouldn't even recognize a hero if he happened to set fire to their cabbages. But blow it up?
Yes, blow it up, demolish, cremate, eradicate, just like that.
Whoa. I don't care at all, but Goal won't like it.
Well, you're not wrong with that assumption. Goal has proven herself to be a risk, but that's been taken care of.
What's that?
That is a consciousness cartridge. To be precise, it's a memory backup of Goal's personality.
I knew that.
Goal's whole character is stored on it, including all her memories, up until she first laid eyes on Deponia and its inhabitants. She will never know what happened here.
May I?
Hands off! That's not a toy!
But it's sparkling. I think I've missed something here.
But you haven't missed that Deponia is about to be blown up, have you?
Yeah. Boom, and so on.
And that I have to inspect Deponia on orders from Elysium.
To examine rumors about life on the surface. Yes, got that too.
And will I tell them the truth?
No! You'll keep your mouth shut about life on Deponia, so that Deponia will get blown up anyway.
Ho-ho! Bravo! You really did understand everything.
Yes! Oh boy, am I good! I'm so incredibly good! Oh. Well, I will never let that happen.
Well, in that case, we don't have a deal. Too bad. You would have liked life in Elysium. Let me just quickly contact the Organon so that they can...
No, wait a minute. I wasn't finished yet. I'll never let that happen is something that somebody somewhat attached to Deponia would say. I, on the other hand, all right, great. There's no one who hates Deponia more than I do.
Oh yes, how much do you hate Deponia?
I deserve better.
That I highly doubt.
It stinks.
Well, your deodorant does that too.
My what? There's nothing but trash around here.
Yes, company included.
There are only idiots living here.
And you're living proof of that.
Okay, let's just say I hate this place.
I don't know. It appears to suit you well.
Say what? Do you know what it's like to wake up every morning surrounded by garbage? Between leftovers and dirty laundry? The wash basin is leaking, the toilet overflows, the fridge is empty, and the water smells like it hasn't had a bath for months. And then those permanent cries of, Rufus, do the dishes, find work, tidy up for once, get it into your thick skulls. The whole planet is a trash heap. We walk on trash. We eat junk. You want me to get my ass into gear? You can watch my ass disappear. I'm going where potential is not just fertilizer that gets strewn on the cabbage beds. What can a man achieve in this trash heap anyway? Be freaking mayor of freaking garbage town? The job that even the noble master dodger of responsibility didn't want? Count me out. You hear me, Dad? Count me out. And you know something else? I hope you fell into a manure tank. I'll wave goodbye when I pass you on my way to Elysium. Look at me. Who's the filthy little litterbug now? Huh? Who's the litterbug now?
Okay. You really do seem to hate Deponia.
You think? Why do you bear such a striking resemblance to me?
You've got that wrong. You bear a striking resemblance to me.
You wish. You look more like me than I look like you.
Only I am much less ugly.
Oh yeah? Well, you're even much, much uglier.
Oh yes. Have you looked in a mirror lately?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pastimes.
Same here.
Stop repeating everything I say.
Only if you stop repeating everything I say.
But you're the one who's repeating everything I say.
No, it's you.
No, it's you.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
The Organon really plans to blow up Deponia?
Exactly. The whole stinking pile of rubbish. Kablooey! Do you have any problems with that?
All right, great. There's no one who hates Deponia more than I do.
Oh yes. How much do you hate Deponia?
Okay. So, the deal is still on?
Only if you keep your side of the bargain.
And you, yours.
Ladies first.
Grr. I'll go and fetch gold, finally.
This guy's luggage.
I bet he forgot the bolt cutter.
Of course not. You never know when you have to cut through a wire fence.
No.
Hands off! Damn!
Ammunition? Check.
All hands, battle stations!
Keep calm, Argus. We're on a junk planet here. I'm rather surprised that this lamp didn't blow up earlier. Just like this whole planet should. So, please carry on.
Ugh, no. This will only make it slippery and disgusting. Ugh. I wonder what Kletus's pillow looks like. Together with the lampshade, the flag looks exactly like Kletus's cape. Now all that's missing is the greasy hairdo. This'll be even cooler than my old lampshade routine. No. I can't get any closer. The Oganonami would see me. Genius. Let's go. This time, I have surpassed myself. This'll be even cooler than my old lampshade routine.
Stop! Who goes there?
It's me, Kletus.
Now, weren't you supposed to be waiting out on the platform?
Well, I just wanted to stretch my legs for a minute. You can't really see very much from up there anyway.
Somehow I don't like your attitude.
Well, everyone else loves my attitude.
I hope you didn't forget about our agreement.
How could I?
So, you do have the cartridge?
Yes?
Well, where is it?
Oop, I'm such a scatterbrain. I must have left it out on the platform.
Hurry up, man. Time is running out.
The Oganonami said something about a backup cartridge. That is none of your business. You take me to Goal, and I'll take you along to Elysium. We didn't agree on anything beyond that. So I guess we won't be trading junk ball cards. No. I need the backup cartridge. Oh, I'll have to disappoint you. It won't help your lack of brain capacity, I'm afraid. I still need it. And what, pray tell, do you need it for? Goal is unconscious. What did you do? Was her implant damaged? Don't worry, she's okay. Yes, okay. Great. But what about the implant? Is the implant still working? I think so. Yeah. What do you mean you think so? Without Goal's implant, I'll never be able to leave Deponia. So why don't you give me that damn cartridge so I can go and wake her up? Yes, okay, fine. Here's the cartridge. But as soon as she's awake, you'll bring her here immediately. Understand? And God help you if the implant is damaged. You really love her, don't you? Hands off, damn! not yet. One tiny little detail is still missing, so they'll fall for my elaborate disguise. Darkness. Genius. Let's go. This time, I have surpassed myself.
Stop! Who goes there?
It's me, Kletus.
Well?
Well, what?
The cartridge. Did you find it?
Of course. Here it is. Don't panic.
Where? I can hardly make out anything. And why are you lurking around in the shadows like that anyway? Come into the light where I can see you, man.
But my dear bailiff, I beg of you a bit more courtesy. Don't forget we're all working to reach the same goal here. Let the ambassador pass. The faster he finds this Rufus person, and by extension the Ascension codes, the sooner we can follow through with our mission.
As you wish, sir.
I do believe that the ambassador has very well understood the seriousness of our current situation. I'm sure he is aware that he has only this one chance to retrieve the Ascension codes. And if that fails, we'll employ our own methods of retrieving them. Isn't that right, Ambassador?
Of course, sir. Oh boy, that was pretty close. I think I can get rid of the disguise for now. I doubt they'll fall for that a second time anyway. Goal? Goal! Darn it, she's gone. What happened here? Have the Organons found her? No, that's impossible. They would have mentioned it. But who else could have taken her? I really need to find out. I have to find her before that Argus guy does. Maybe there's a trail. Oh, what happened here? Fortunately, the lamps are making the phosphor glow. I wouldn't have seen that trace in the dark, even if I had used my sonar powers. One fish of the day, please. I should have said which day. Cotton candy with an extra helping of phosphor. Yummy! Cotton candy with an extra helping of phosphor. Yummy! Cotton candy with an extra... It glows gently in the dark. You can read in the dark. Better to be safe than sorry. Cotton candy with an extra helping of phosphor. Yummy! Cotton candy with an extra helping of phosphor. Yummy! Better to be safe than sorry. Cotton candy with an extra helping of phosphor. Yummy! Well, I guess the eye has to dine out tonight if it wants to be pleased. Better to be safe than sorry. Aha! A trace. It seems that Goal was dragged toward the exit. Don't worry, babe. Rufus to the rescue! Where the heck have those pigs taken Gold to? No great in the world can hold me back.
The needle as a reflection of society. Yes. Needle and stitch, the needle in the haystack. The needle here is not only a tool for content or game design, it's also another proof of a total intermediality planned years in advance that is always inherent to all Dedelic products. Yeah, you will find this proof and more about the meaning of the haystack in the developer's commentary of the new Whispered World Special Edition, as it will come out in English. I'm not sure about that right now. But I won't spoil that here, of course. But you gotta get yourself a copy of the Whispered World Special Edition.
A pile of filthy syringes. Who throws out something like that? Well, free choice. Ouch! Not this one. Ouch! Oh, God! Huh. This one respects me. I'll take it. Hey, this isn't a syringe at all. I've literally found the straw in a needle stack. Who else can claim such a thing about himself? No great in the world can hold me back. A monster must have abducted Goal. No normal human being could open that with bare hands.
Got a little anecdote on the screen that, as a topic, is way too underrated in commentaries like this. and that's from the field of quality assurance, where games are tested. Cause as production approached the finish line, a very peculiar bug showed up in our bug reporting tool. Curiously enough, it wasn't the bug itself that was so hilarious, it was the bug ticket's name. Perhaps most absurd was that each of us, having dealt with the subject matter through scripting, text and voice recording, exactly knew what this was about, and when we read in the ticket's topic, "Whale gone, yet still fishy fishy."
Wow, a real whale. I always wanted Dad to take me to the aquarium, but he was right. There was only room enough for me in that fish tank. Huh, the whale looks hungry. This is a avial muff. Looks like somebody doesn't want to be followed, but you're not getting rid of me that easily. I am like herpes. A cool version of herpes. I've got to get through all right, but by cleaning up? Oh, there has to be a different solution. Let there be light. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Here I am, behind the cracked window. Stupid animal. Ah, locked. Distrustful bunch, these pirates. Ah, locked. Distrustful bunch, these pirates.
Finally, Rufus made his way through the tube, which was in fact the severed highboat cable connecting Deponia and Elysium. Now he reached this weird junk cavern, but if you look closely, you can actually see what I had in mind for a long time, and that's this sort of steel beam construction that bears a striking resemblance to the tribune we'll see again on the highboat in Goodbye Deponia. So yes, we are right in the wreck of a highboat, and that's also where one of the myriads of hilarious background animations takes place. This animation almost didn't make it into the game, cause one of our animators, and that was Fabia Zobel, if I'm not mistaken, who did this most amusing background animation and gave it to Gunnar and Simone accordingly, as they were the lead animators, and they said, "No, that doesn't match the style, that's not really Deponia, it's just too much." Fortunately, I also got my hands on that animation while roaming the studio, and I intervened. "No, we definitely need that in there." Why do we all sound like idiots when I try to impersonate them? Yeah, okay. Cause, I just thought we definitely need that in the game, so I thought it was really funny. Screw style for that one. If it's hilarious enough, it gets a pass, and that's that. Unlike, of course, the developer's commentary that gets into the game, even if it's not hilarious.
A harmless trawler. The perfect disguise for pirates and slave traders. A harmless trawler. The perfect disguise for pirates and slave traders.